Sometimes a thing called life is so hard to understand it. Sometimes a thing called life is so hard, so complicated, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at me on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes a thing called life gives us a hard question, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it's too hard to make it on this life, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it's quite complicated to know who to trust, to know who to be with, to know where to take sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I often ask my friends, every time I move around, every time I go by, ladies and gentlemen, ask them one simple question. What if today is your only last day that you got to breathe on planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen? Then what would be your last question? What would be the last thing you would do on this planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen? And then there's some time left with no answer, ladies and gentlemen. Then I ask them that most of the people that make it in life, they are those people who know what they need. They are those people who can push on a little bit further, who know what their dream takes up to make it, who know how hard they need to, who know how much they have to back on and make their life one come true. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I ask you that if today was the last day and the first day of the week, and you go to the second day, the third day, without giving yourself a gift, do you think that would be fair to yourself? Do you think that would be fair to your own life? Because sometimes we tend to treat other people more than we treat ourselves. We give so much affectionate and spontaneous affection for them than we give to ourselves. We leave ourselves, isolate ourselves, doing the things that we shouldn't have done, ladies and gentlemen. Doing things that ache our hearts more. And we go through life suffering, carrying the crosses that we shouldn't have carried, ladies and gentlemen. And life troubles us more when we do such. You find people at a working place do the job that you don't want to do because there's nothing to do, aching you so much, getting underpaid, going through the tough condition that you shouldn't have gone through, going through those hard times. You have to get up in the morning, go for work, you have to hood through the night, go and make the research and find out that you build up on someone's dream. And then my only question is that, what do you do for you to build up your dream? What do you do for you to build up the courage you need for the future you need? Because remember, we are not here that long. And my only message is that nobody's going to get out of planet alive. But the good news is that we can leave some kind of legacy behind, or we can leave no legacy behind. And that's the only thing that you and I can either do or not. So think about that life that you need to make. Think about that dream you want to come true. Think about how much struggles and aims you made for yourself. And then make it up to that way you want, ladies and gentlemen. And that's maybe what I can give you today.